Hey everyone, it's Sevy, and I'm back with another Tiny Glade build, this time with commentary, and this is going to be kind of a chill, cozy, bit of a narrative voiceover, but also a bit of a chatty voiceover. I was kind of thinking that, well, Mad Morph, one of the YouTube channels that I really like when it comes to cozy games and just gaming in general, he kind of has a fall asleep with me or tuck you in type of series. And I know from comments on this channel and my main channel that people have told me I have a soothing voice. So I actually thought that, I would kind of like to provide that sort of calming commentary as well. Whether you fall asleep to it or not is totally up to you. But I just thought that this would be a fun thing to try to make and maybe something we can relax to and something you can enjoy. So, with that, let's begin. So, we're starting with a flowery glade here, and honestly, I want to do something a bit simple. We're going to be making a cottage. It might be a large cottage, not sure yet, but it's definitely going to be a cozy one. I haven't worked with pink a whole lot, so I think we're going to do that. We'll make it a very pastel cottage, I think. And there you go, we'll do it with the beams. Now I know that I've done Tiny Glade videos that do have commentary before, and I guess this is a continuation of that. But before I wasn't really all that conscious or aware of the tone that we were trying out. I was really just trying to get to know Tiny Glade a little bit through those builds. Hello, little sheep. But in this case, we are taking it a bit slow, and I think that's okay. So I do want this cottage to have some levels to it, but nothing too high. Something like that. Of course, you get to enjoy the wonderful ASMR tones of Tiny Glade itself. Of course, I'm in love with these sounds as well. So relaxing and so satisfying. And one of the things I especially want to do in this build is play with the movable clutter. I feel like the movable clutter update is just so lovely, and I haven't really had the chance to play around with it all that much, so we're going to do that here. After we get through the main structure, it's going to be a lot of trying to decorate, trying to make this feel a bit more lifelike in that sense. And let's just lift the skirt of this up a bit. Pull it in here. Okay. So this is kind of going to be, well, fall under the category of long play as well. I think that previously when I was doing Tiny Glade builds with commentary, I was kind of very aware or wary of taking too long with a build, and I did that for brevity because in my experience, or at least on my other channel, long videos, they had their risks, but I feel like when it comes to cozy games with Tiny Glade, as long as we set expectations that, this is going to be a long play, I feel like it should be fine. So I don't know how long this build is going to take, but we're definitely not rushing. We're here for the cozy vibes. I'm gonna pull this in so that we have some symmetry. There you go. Okay, I think that'll do it for the front. We're going to add more windows and clutter here, of course, but we do need a main entrance. So, I'm going to get rid of the flowers here first. Okay, it looks like I didn't place any flowers there, but we're going to pull a doorway in. Oh, it's not. Oh, sorry, that was the erase tool. Okay, here's the real doorway. There we go. Oh, we have a little mailbox down here. Why is that so cute? I do want to move that a bit though. So I'm going to adjust the path a little bit here. There you go. Just let the little mailbox move with it. And I do want a bit of foundation to go with it. So let's do something around here. Ooh, we have encased the entire thing. So I'm going to pull this all the way down like that. Yes. That is actually really cute and exactly how I wanted that to turn out. All right, let's put down another one. So when I go into this, I generally go in without a plan. I think I don't have a lot of IRL building experience. I didn't really take architecture or anything. I'm just really attracted to how Tiny Glade is as a game and enables you to feel creative and do anything you want practically, and it still manages to make it look good. So yeah, I generally do these kinds of builds without a plan. I'm really not sure how other Tiny Glade builders do it. So I do feel a lot of the time that these are pretty amateur builds, but honestly, like, that doesn't matter to me much right now. Because either way, we're here for enjoyment, we're here for a relaxing time, and I know I said cottage. I'm not sure that this resembles any cottage that I've seen or anything like that, but you know, we roll with it. We roll with it. I think my intention is really just to make a house. So I'm going to shorten this. Nope. I'm going to shorten this part of the house so that we can try to make it a bit more interesting. I feel like by making it too large of a single building, we might end up with too monotonous of a structure. So I'm not sure if we want to make this completely symmetrical. Maybe it doesn't have to be. And let's see how it looks like. Oh, I actually like this a bit more. So let's stick with this. How about that? Let's stick with this, and then let's put some windows here. There you go. We have a window up there. And then we'll do the same. Okay, so our front is looking quite symmetrical. How about a chimney? We can put a chimney over here. Okay, so we have a shallow little front for a cottage. Now I think we could attach something over here just to add some interest. So again, not doing this with any plan in mind. Really just trying to make structures that I feel like look good or satisfy me or satisfy my tastes and such. And really it's all just about figuring out what goes where. what is going to look right and look not so right, I feel. That's usually my mode of thinking when it comes to these things. Alright, that doesn't look so bad, actually. I think that we could kind of attach another thing to the other side of this. I think we're going for symmetry in this build, actually. Like, somewhat accidentally. I don't usually... Well, do I? I'm not sure. I was about to say I don't usually gravitate towards symmetry, but I might be wrong on that. I might be fooling myself with that a little bit. So we're going to do something similar on the other side, and then we'll just make this a little bit of a courtyard behind it. And we'll see how that looks. Okay, this linked up a bit neater. There you go. Just pull that in a bit, just because I don't want the roofs to intersect so much in a weird way. Okay, but this needs to be a bit longer, I think, and it's not at the same angle. So here we go. So it needs to be a bit wider. All right. So we've gotten this wing of the cottage. Gotten this wing of the cottage, and just pull it back a little bit. Just bring it down. You know, even in what do you call this? Even in Minecraft, when I play Minecraft, roofs were always the hardest bit for me because I never really liked how they would align or misalign. I always felt like it was one of the most frustrating things when I was like ever trying to form a build. But you know, it's just something you got to work with. And speaking of Minecraft, I would actually like to do this type of like fall asleep with me or calming commentary over Minecraft as well. Because I generally play Minecraft to relax. I don't really do it for challenges. I don't really do it for redstone. And okay, maybe I should stop talking about another game while I'm playing Tiny Glade here. But my point is that there are a lot of other relaxing games that we could do this type of content with. So drop a comment if you have a suggestion as to what other games you might want to see me do this with. Oh, we get a wreath. That's adorable. Alright, so I do want to put out some decks here. Some very small but numerous balconies, actually. Just to add a little something something. There you go. Or, well, maybe this can be an entire porch. Like that. And then we can have several doors. There you go. And we'll have one over here. Wait, what? Is that a... That door had a bell? This has a bell? Wait, that's so cute. Okay, so this one I want to place over here. I like this flower pot. We're gonna line it up back here. Or rather, maybe over here. That's a nice wreath. Okay, we have our flowers. And maybe if we can generate as many flowers as possible, that'd be great. Okay, I think we're going to have to do this with a trapdoor. So let's see what we can make. Okay, we're not really generating any clutter here. There's one. I will come back. So I will take you, put you over here. There you go. It's really nice that the clutter can clip as well. Well, it's nice that everything here can clip, practically. Makes things a lot easier, honestly. So I'm going to try to work with this door. There you go. There's another plant that we can play with. I low-key wish we could move the wreaths themselves. There you go. Oh, that is so cute. Oh, we can copy them. Today I learned we could copy these. Oh my gosh, that makes our job so much easier. Wow. All right, well, that is absolutely lovely. Well, that is also very exciting for me because then we're just not going to stop copying these. I'm just going to line this entire balcony with decorations, actually. I wonder if there's anything else that might pop up. Okay, maybe not, but that's okay. We have a lot of things to copy. Just line them up here over on the balcony. You know, this, I really want this to be a flowery cottage. I mean, I did put it in the flowery glade. So we are maximizing the flowers here, and I think that that is a very, very, very cute balcony. Now, I do want to make this more interesting, so I think we're going to add some very small structures here. The door disappeared. Okay, this doesn't look so bad. There you go. It kind of looks like it's just framing the door, so we're going to stick with that actually, and then we're going to put down another one. There you go. Gonna pull this up as well and pull that down, since again we're doing symmetry right here. There you go. I think it's a little bit too forward, so we'll pull it back. Move it back a bit right there. There you go. Okay, lovely. Now we can put some little arched windows over here. Okay, well, I really, really, really like that. I think all that's missing really are some trellises here or some fences here. Now, I wanted to do a thing where we would have like trellis type things. And let's see. Yeah, basically like that. Basically like that. Okay. So nice that we can do it just like that. We'll just put a path next to the house. And then we'll put a fence like this. And there you go. Just for some extra dimension, I suppose. I mean, we could put extra dimension. We just have to make sure they don't clip into each other. And then I could raise this up like that. Oops. So I just want to pull that in. Okay. And then we'll do another one right here. Pull this up like that. Doesn't need to be perfect, but there you go. I think that that helps a lot, actually. And I'm now going to put a bit of a pond here. And I know that I didn't do any special terraforming, actually, so we could do a little bit of that right now. Like, I just need a very small, very small bit here. I don't want it to be dead center, I feel. I want it to be here. And then let's see if I can just put a little something into this. There you go, just like a little divot. And then maybe we can stick a little fountain in here. Oh, the ducks are coming in. Hello, little duckies. Okay. So in terms of a fountain, let's see. How do I want to do this? We could do a bit of a wall like that. And then let's see if we put a little fence. Could that be something? Just put that in there. And then... oh, wait. We could try to, do something similar. So a while ago, put a fence there. Move that in. Nope. Raise that up. And we can color the fence blue. This one we could also pull that up. Okay, so I hope that kind of looks like it could be a fountain. I don't think we can stick a lantern on it, unfortunately. But there you go. That's our little cottage back. I think we should put some very small turrets over here just to add some roundness, I suppose. Nothing too crazy though. Just something like that. Just something we can attach a window to or so. So we'll put that there. And then we'll also make a very tiny one over here. Just make it as small as possible. And let's see, just try to replicate this. Put it in the center. Right here. I think it's a bit tall. So we'll lower it just like that. I think that's... raise that a bit. There you go. And then... then we're here. Alright. So I'm going to move this sun. Because I do want to see it shine on this side of the cottage like that. There you go. Love that for us. Now we're going to add some flowers around here. Let's see. I don't think this is the most charming sun angle yet. There you go. Now I think that that's actually perfect. So it's really it really ended up being the back side of the cottage that started being the flowery, cozy, decorated one. Now this, I think we can go back to trying to decorate this a little bit as well. And over here, I would like something interesting. I would like something to do with more arches, but nothing too much. So let's see what we can do. in that aspect. So let's do something like this. And then let's put some paths into that. See what that produces. Okay. That is actually kind of what I was going for. I said arches and it gave me arches. So I guess that means we kind of know what we're doing. There you go. And I actually want to spawn some clutter here as well because I think that this needs to be decorated. Okay, we can work with a shovel. We can work with a sunflower again. But really I wanted those, yeah, I want the barrel for the candles. Oh, I like the pumpkin. We're gonna make a few of those. There you go. Okay, we have another bucket. Whoa, I like that. I also like that. Ooh, there you go. Now this one, I actually want to bring down here. I feel like that's not the right place for it, but this could be. I so love that there are vegetable stands. That is like the cutest thing. Unfortunately, though, down here, now that I've placed it down here, I don't know if I can grab it, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a little bit out of the way. Now, speaking of vegetables, I really like vegetables. Like, I work a lot now, and I also cook a lot. And just preparing vegetables and whatever is my favorite thing. And I feel like there's now a part of my brain that spends time trying to think about what vegetable dish to shop for and prepare for next, actually. So it's just a little bit of me rambling. But lately, I've just been enjoying cooking. It's one of my new favorite things about like my new living situation. And you know, adulting has its challenges, and I know that cooking is not for everyone. Not everyone really enjoys cooking, but it's one of the things I'm very grateful for, at least during this period of time. The start of this year, the start of getting back to work from my break. There you go. I wanted to bring that back. So I think that balcony is looking decently crowded, which is what I was going for. We have a little bench out here as well. So that's all looking good. And now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and let's see what clutter we can generate here. So I definitely was not kidding when I said this is going to be a very clutterful build. Just because I think it's so adorable and I'm so glad they made this. Honestly, one of the best updates they could have given us. Okay, there we go. We've got our arches. And now we clutter away. Let's see. Okay, it's not really giving us anything, so I'm gonna pull this forward and see if it starts giving us more. That way. Okay. It's interesting that trying to pull it up can round it out a bit differently, depending how much you pull it up. There you go. I just want the arches to be a bit more symmetrical. Okay, so this I'm bringing down here. Pumpkin. There's our first vegetable. Fish? They have a fish? Okay. They have a fish object. That's pretty cute. So this one we can move under here this time. I think I'm gonna, while we're at it and before I forget, I think I'm just gonna put a lantern down here, honestly. Kind of wish I could make these lantern stands a bit shorter, or at least control their height, just so that they can fit in smaller spaces. Okay, we have a wheel. Put that down there. Oh, I liked that plant. We have another bench, which is all good. You can do with more benches, yes. And then keep generating more stuff. You know, maybe I should stop clicking so fast because sometimes I see things and then I click past them by instinct. But, oh, I like this. I really like this crate of flowers. This looks good belonging up here. But I also want to copy this and bring it down here. There you go. That is a lovely decoration. I actually wonder how many different or unique items they have in like their inventory of generatable items. I think that, gosh, I would actually love to see all their assets, but of course it's just a pleasure discovering all of them for yourself. Okay, there we go. We have this flower box right here. We have the fish up here. So this is very much a storage balcony. Yep, we're gonna keep this up there. And then I think that's good actually. So I'm going to remove this. I'm gonna move this over here. I'm gonna copy this and bring it down there. Okay. Now we have those sufficiently crowded balconies and archways that offer some shade. These are still looking quite bare to me. So I'm going to see if anything can be generated down here. Or if it's going to be kind of a... There you go. Okay, I like that. Let's bring this over here. This is an anvil. I mean, no one's going to be able to anvil from there, but it wouldn't hurt to bring it down here, I guess. So, ooh, a pumpkin. All right. And let's copy this too. Let's see. Can we generate anything new here, or am I going to have to start grabbing stuff from the other places? I mean, I could. I could probably make life easier for myself and just start grabbing stuff, or copying stuff, rather. Instead of relying once again on chance to pull all those things out again. So let's do that. Just to save ourselves some time. Save ourselves some RNG. It's gonna look lovely and cluttered anyway. I once had a friend walk into my my old stream room. And she told me that it had a very maximalist, but also cozy feel to it, which I would take to mean that it had just the right amount of clutter to feel a bit messy, but not overwhelming. So I think that that's kind of what I would like my build here to resemble. Something a bit messy, but not too overwhelming. And I think in that sense I don't even think we've approached messy yet. Like, messy would really be bringing all this stuff out as well. You know, messy would kind of be making it a bit difficult to walk around the place, in my opinion. But I don't know if we're going to reach that point. But again, with the clutter, for me, that's the most important thing right now. So I'm just going to add a few more things here. I think we'll stay consistent with the window shape. Yeah, we'll just do 2 for now. The three size windows can stay on the front for a bit of contrast. And then we'll do some on the other side over here. There you go. And okay. How's that? I think it's looking good from the front, it's looking good from the back. I think we can add a little lantern here and maybe a banner here as well. I kind of like that. I kind of like the fact that it's asymmetrical with the banner there. How about here? Let's try to add a banner here. I can do it here and then here. Lovely. Okay. So should we add a tree around here? Just for some shade, just for some light. Okay. I actually feel like I don't want to add any more to it. You know that saying where, well, something to the effect of art is never truly finished. It just depends where you decide to stop working on it. Something like that. Well, if you can dig up the actual quote, feel free to leave it in the comments. But right now, like, I know that this ended up not taking all of that long of a time to build, but I actually really like it this way. And now I want to pull these down. I think that kind of suits it a bit more. There you go. And yeah, I feel like there isn't much more to add to this, and now honestly, I just want to take a bunch of pictures. So maybe the rest of this video, which was meant to be a long play, I mean, I hope it was long enough, is going to be us taking pictures, and I'll just keep talking over that. How about that? All right, so we are currently in photo mode, and I just really want to get these close-ups. I love all the sunflowers. I love this bokeh. And let's see, is there anything I want to adjust with it? I think we're good with this color palette, honestly. I wanted to keep it simple, so a dual tone color palette is just fine with me. I know that we could technically make it a bit more exciting if we wanted to. And, you know, add maybe a green accent here or there, but for me, I'm happy with this. Now, do I want to up the contrast, make it a bit hazy? I think we can make it a bit hazy. There you go. So we've got that angle. Maybe we can take an angle from up here, or from here at the fountain, this side of the balcony. Not super happy with that angle. So let's try one of these down here, one of these balconies down here. Okay, this is really going to be the toughest part. Trying to get into the nooks and crannies and all that. So I'm going to up the contrast a bit here so we can get a bit more shadow. But I like that. Maybe let's play with the sun a little bit. See what we can get, and also change the time. Okay, this gives us a bit more moodiness. I like that, actually. Just going to try to rule of thirds this, you know, try to do a bit of composition. Now this one, definitely we want a bit more lighting on this. So there you go. Let's tune it a bit this way and move the sun a little bit as well. So we have a shadow being cast over the main door. I think that adds some nice contrast. Let's see. Let's make it a bit brighter with this one. Okay. And then we're going to look down on this balcony a little bit. And I'm going to fix the light on this so that we get a bit more moodiness. Again. There we go. I know it's just a balcony of boxes, but you know, there's a very cute balcony of cute boxes, and you gotta appreciate that. And let's take one from behind the fountain. Just something with like the trees in the foreground. There you go. I think that in recent Tiny Glade builds, sometimes I have a hard time starting because like I see the huge builds that other creators make and I kind of get overwhelmed because like huge builds like that, at least in my head, I feel like, wow, they must do a lot of planning for that. But when I go into Tiny Glade, it's usually just to vibe, so having more contained, smaller builds like this is just overall easier for me to work with. So I do hope that you enjoy that kind of mode as well. You know, maybe in the future when I'm a bit more experienced or when I've really spent a lot of time here in Tiny Glade, maybe I will feel up to the challenge of trying one of those big builds. But for now, and definitely with this cozy mode of speaking, I don't know if I would stay cozy if I were to challenge myself with builds like that. But for now, I hope that you will enjoy these kind of mini builds. So now I'm just going to find some nice angles to stick with to show off the rest of your build in case you're still awake. Show off the rest of your build. Did I say that? Show off the rest of my build in case you're still awake. And just enjoy the scenery and just enjoy the music. And that's going to be all for this relaxing long play with commentary. I hope that you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments again what type of cozy games, or maybe they're not even considered that cozy, but what other kind of games you think you might enjoy with this type of voiceover, this type of content, and this type of cozy vibe. I hope you had a relaxing time, and I'm going to see you soon. Leave a like, subscribe for more, and take care.